We bring in the ladies from the Almost Rich, Almost Famous podcast, Bridget Linton, Betsy P. What's going on, ladies?
Hey guys.
Hi guys. Oh, Beth,
What up,
I'm
B?
loving that
Wow.
cup.
Cheers to my very fancy mug. I know. Always,
Yes.
always repping me and Bridget over here.
That's your
On
team
brand.
player.
ARAF all day.
Now, well, that's why you guys are here, because you're facing off against each other in the GOAT of KNR, brought to you by Old River Yacht Club. First round one matchup. How has that affected your relationship?
It hasn't affected our relationship at all. What it has affected is how I feel about whoever created this bracket.
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten to the bottom of it, but I'm
Uh-huh.
very upset. I'm smiling right now, but we are both not happy about it. Number one, I feel like we should be higher seeds. And number two, why would they pin us against each other?
Yep.
We're a duo.
I agree. I think it's actually brought us closer together because now
Trying to break y'all up. That's why.
we hate everyone so much.
Nice.
Whoever came up with this whole thing, like it hasn't hurt our friendship whatsoever.
Nope.
Who did come up with this? That's what I've been trying to figure out.
It's unknown. We don't know who made the bracket here. So you guys aren't happy with your seating. It
No.
sounds like.
No. Okay, Emmett, how would you feel if they put you and Gerard up against each other?
I feel like I'd beat Gerard's butt and take him down. That's what I've been talking about.
No,
See,
they should have had us.
See, I
opposite
wouldn't even go
sides.
that route. That's just wrong. See, I'd be like, dog, you go ahead and win. I don't care. What the
See,
heck
that's
is
kinda how
it?
Becky
I'm on my Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying?
So I am the competitive one out of the Almost Rich, Almost Famous duo. Now, if there's money involved in this, I feel like Betsy might care a little bit more.
A lot.
She's like, at the end of it, who cares? I'm like, I do. I care. I want to have the title.
So we talked about this on our daily today. Like I don't get okay, so you win, but then what? Like what about it? Like what are you winning? What are you actually winning? Like
A
My
title.
pride to say I won.
Yeah,
Exactly.
prestige.
whoever set this up, I think this is a big conspiracy to get rid of us early. Like, number one, they pinned us up against each other, so one of us is going to be out immediately.
Mhm.
Then whoever wins is going up against Riz. So whoever put this together is trying to screw us either
They're
way.
haters of us,
okay.
for sure.
Okay. Now I see what you're doing. You're looking at
I don't
the
know.
next round
Riz might not
matchup.
get past Holly.
No, Holly's went up against Aaron.
Right.
Oh, she
I don't know
is?
who
My
Riz is up
bad.
against, actually.
Yeah.
But all I
we
know
will
is we
have-
don't have a chance, and I'm not happy about it because I feel like we could have made it a lot further if they didn't put us against each other and if they just put us at better seeds.
Can I tell you guys something now?
Mhm.
Every bracket has a Cinderella story, and I think
Mhm.
that's going to be me and Bridget, because ultimately, if one of us wins, we both win. We
Yep.
come as a
Exactly.
Okay, the team. You go in the
Just
team
don't let it
round.
ruin
So-
your friendship.
That would never happen.
I'm all about a team situation. Like, I think Bridget and I do everything together. Everything we have as far as work and friendship is together. Like, I think we could take this thing the whole way.
I agree.
Yeah, until you face me. But anyway, I think I like.
You really
Betsy,
want to
you've
win
been-
this thing, don't you?
Yeah, why not? Of course.
Yeah, of
Come on,
course you
man.
want to win, Dry. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? I hate losing.
Yeah, right. Who wants to lose? Right. I'm trying to bring that dub home, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah, you do that, dog.
This is,
Get that
this is-
dub.
It's from a guy that won Super Bowls, so he's just like,
Right.
oh, your little KNR goat contest.
Totally. Yeah.
I think deep down, Gerard actually does want to win, and he does care. He's just trying to play it off cool, like, oh,
No,
it's
he
not that big of a deal.
No, he don't.
Yeah, I told Gerard I was voting for Helicopter in the first round. And then he said, is she more responsible for your career or me? And I was like, whoa.
Whoa.
True. That is true.
But he says he doesn't care if he wins or not, but he pulled that one out.
Mhm.
Do either of you remember your first time on the air at KNR?
Yes, my first time ever on the air was hosting the refresh with you guys. I'm trying to think. It was
Nice.
probably 2 years ago now, which is wild. That's like
Mhm.
flown by.
Emmett,
But I remember it was we were at a golf course. It was actually a remote broadcast.
Okay.
It was so much fun.
Emmett, I think mine was with you and Aaron on the Golden Boys, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. If
it was with you and
you
Aaron on the
remember
Golden
the
Boys.
bit,
Yeah. I remember
Betsy was like the love doctor.
so nervous. I was the love doctor.
Really?
I remember being so nervous and doing like breathing exercises before I went on air because I was like, I'm gonna pass out. I was gonna die. And now,
Really?
yeah. I was so nervous.
That's amazing.
And Emmett,
I didn't know. What's up?
do you remember your first time on air?
Well, I remember my first time on 1540. I was with Jordan Shorewood and Will Burge doing Inside the Cage. They let me pick the fights with them, which is something they would do at the end of each show. And my mic didn't work. So I remember that. Yeah. And then I remember my first time on KNR, Kenny Rhoda brought me in. I was screening calls for him. And he brought me in just to kind of ask me a question about LeBron. I don't remember what the question was. But I just remember, like, all right, don't sound stupid. That's all I kept saying in my head. Like, don't sound stupid, don't sound stupid, don't sound stupid. So
I guess you didn't sound stupid.
At least I've sounded stupid plenty of times throughout the years, but that time I didn't. Gerard, how about yours? What was your first time on KNR?
My first time on KNR was with Aaron and Riz on the Really Big Show. I had gone in there. Keith Williams, I had met him at I was in financial sales, and I had met Keith Williams at one of those meet and greet type of deals. And I don't know how he found out I was a former professional athlete, but he was like, yeah, man, I got this radio station. You should come check it out. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'll come do that. So I was like, okay, I'll come check it out. So I went and checked it out. Next thing you know, I'm sitting in the studio, and they're like, hey, can you come and do a quick interview? I'm like, sure, I can come and do a quick interview. So they asked me about my background, and I don't even know how it came up, but the subject of Mike Dicker came up. And from that point on, they're like, hey, can you come back? I was like, sure.
Love that.
Yeah, we are joined by Betsy P. and Bridget Linton from Almost Rich, Almost Famous podcast.
You guys, so if we had to go around the Zoom, who is who wins this? Like in your mind, and you can't say yourself, okay? So you can't say yourself.
Wow.
If it's somebody else, who is it?
I think it'll be one of like the old school guys, like Jeff Sindelar. I think it'll be like one of the like throwback guys. So I would say Sindelar would take it. So Gerard?
It's going to be someone who has no business really winning it, but wins it, which is going to be hilarious. So that's how I see it going down. Who that is, I don't know, but it's going to be someone who's like, wait, they actually won? Because people are going to hijack this thing, dog. You really think people are going to actually vote with the idea of the most deserving of that title actually getting it?
No.
I mean, yeah, it's a Twitter post, the most unscientific way to do it.
Right. Well, I will say, if I'm not going to win, I would like to see and think that Betsy should win.
Aw, sweet.
It's true. If I'm going to be realistic, because again, they've just screwed us in this whole thing, I think that Jim Donovan has a good chance.
Oh, yes, for sure. People are obsessed with that guy.
Yeah. And people love the Browns. I just feel like he's gonna come in hot.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I actually didn't know when I asked that question, but like based on what you guys just said, I'm going with Bridget's answer, Jim Donovan.
You guys really are a team. You agree on everything.
Right.
We think together. We have the same brain. We do it all.
Yeah. And as I'm sitting here on this Zoom call, I notice I need to shave my unibrow. All right. So, hey, I wish you both luck until you face me. So, you know, good luck going forward with that. And
you got my votes, ladies.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, you can only pick one because we're up against each other, but thank you, Gerard.
How will they know the difference?
True.
How would you know the difference? Yeah. I'm voting for Betsy
more than once.
because I know that Bridget will probably hold it against me. And then
wait, did you say you're voting for Betsy?
Hey, it's all team, remember? Well, see?
No, listen, I am telling you, if I win this thing, Bridget is coming with me. I am not doing this on my own. I could never go up against Riz alone, for sure.
Nice. All right, ladies, tell them where they can find you.
Follow us on our Instagram at almostrich_almostfamous, on Twitter, ARAF_TLOD, and our new YouTube channel, Almost Rich, Almost Famous.
There they are, Bridget Linton, Betsy P. Again, good luck, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Thank you. You guys
Thanks,
too.
guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.